we sweat for a reason, but we do spend $18 billion to mask and to stop sweating somehow, according to New York Times. So see, most commercial deodorants and antiperspirants, they actually block the ability of your body to sweat. And as you know, we sweat for a reason, and this way we actually try to detoxify our body, and antiperspirants also blocking our ability to detoxify this way as well. So deodorants, basically, they only have components that are fighting the odor, which actually is caused by bacteria, and antiperspirants are actually fighting the wetness itself, so the sweat. So this way you have actually dry underarms. But the bad side of it is that actually all antiperspirants, they contain aluminum in it, and this was connected to the breast cancer and Alzheimer's disease, which is not a good thing. But although every information you see on the websites right now, they will never tell you that there is 100% evidence that aluminum somehow gets inside of your body, but this is actually obvious because nobody will ever tell you that all those conventional deodorants and antiperspirants are bad and you shouldn't use them, which actually makes a lot of sense. So, but there is a strict evidence that, and USDA Food Administration actually is talking about that all people with kidney disease should consult a doctor before using any antiperspirants. So first thing first, and let's move to the this actually very easy formula you could do at home. It doesn't hurt to make it, so please try it. And also, just before we start making it, I should tell you that this formula doesn't leave any stains, and I would recommend you to put it first and let it dry and then put the clothes on, so you make sure everything goes nice and smooth. Although it's a natural thing, you don't have to put a lot because, so this way you will think it's effective or not. So just put a little. Make sure your armpits are always dry and clean so your hygiene is good. So, and a few options we could do. At the end of the video, I will put two recipes for this, the most complicated one and the easier one, so you could try both. And what we shall need to do is, because we're going to use coconut oil, and it melts when it's warm room temperature, so you will need to consider either to keep it in the refrigerator or to keep it in a glass container, or I even have a pin like this. So anything that will make sure you don't, it doesn't become liquid, and in case you want to take it with you when you're traveling, so this way you avoid any problems. So if you keep it in the refrigerator, you could do a lot of things with it. You could make different kind of shapes. Like you see, I just put it in a muffin tin, and it actually came out like this. But you see, I didn't use a lot, but you could do more, so you actually use it as a stick. But of course, this way you must keep it in the refrigerator. So right now, we're not going to freeze anything. We're just going to make it in a glass container, which you could actually, use when you're traveling. Put it in your bag. Use any other fancy containers you want, but this is the one I have. So all we'll need to do is start with the oil and the butter. So the oil we're going to use is the coconut oil, and this is actually the only oil you will need to use. See, my oil is actually, it's melted because it's kind of warm in here, but if yours is not, you could put it in a double boiler and make it liquid. So in order for me not to, use any other glasses and then wash this stuff, I'll just use it right here. So you will need 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. So what I have here is half of a tablespoon. So if I'm correct, I'll just have to put 6 in here and 2 more to go. And here you go. The next thing we're going to put in here is going to be shea butter. Shea butter is actually very good, and it will really nourish your skin. And shea butter, I don't have it liquid, but I did a double boiler. If any of you doesn't know what double boiler is, it's a very easy thing to do. It's just 2 pans. You use, in the bigger pan you put a little bit of water and make it like almost boiling, and in the smaller pan you put whatever you want to melt, coconut oil and shea butter. So here you go, I have it all melted here, and now I will need 2 tablespoons of shea butter. So here you go, 1 and 2. So both of our butters are all here, doing very good. So the next thing we're going to use is baking soda. Basically, baking soda is, important for those people who, have, a lot of sweat, but because it actually absorbs the odor and the sweat all together. So in the original recipe, you need to use 3 tablespoons. But for those of you who have, sensitive skin, you could reduce this amount to, 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, or you probably even may omit this altogether. So I will put just 1.5 tablespoon because I do have sensitive skin. But you shouldn't be afraid, because sometimes if you start using natural stuff and your body might have a little reaction to the baking soda and it might be like, a little red. So this way you either continue using it for like a couple more days, and if it doesn't go away, you just, try to make another recipe with it, or just, put more ingredients so the baking soda is not going to be that much. And you have to see for yourself. And another ingredient, and actually almost the last one, is going to be arrowroot powder, but it might be optional altogether. Why I'm using it? Because it will make this a little bit like solid, look like a paste, and we shall need 2 tablespoons of this. If you don't have it, don't worry, just, if you want to buy it, because I use it in baking sometimes and it works good, so that's why I have it. And we mix this as well. You see, it has no problem. Mixes everything perfectly well. And now, what you will need to do is, actually, it smells pretty good. It smells like coconut and shea butter, but if you want to have some kind of smell in here, you could use essential oils. What I always use only the jasmine one, and I really like it. You don't want to put a lot, and you don't want to choose like a harsh, essential oil, because you might have a reaction on it too. So I'll just put a couple of drops, and I really, really like the smell, and you feel it. So basically, that's all. That's how you do it, and how you use it just like a regular deodorant, and it will become a little bit more solid with time because arrowroot powder is working like an absorbent, so it will be a little more solid. If you want to make, some kind of form in it, so you just pour it in the form and then you freeze it. It's just, put it in the refrigerator. So basically, I consider we're done. And one more thing I wanted to tell you is that, yeah, I've been using it for like 2 years already, and I don't complain. It's perfect. You can work with anything here, like, including the smell. And for me, I also used to buy a lot of like conventional deodorants, like the natural ones, but I don't maybe like the smell, or they don't work well, so I wasn't really satisfied with it. Another, I can give you a couple of tips which you need to make sure you do. First of all, if you start using the natural products on your armpits, you might notice that you start sweating less, because you don't put anything bad in there, and your body adjusts to it, so it's good. Also, you have to make sure that your armpit is always clean. I mean, you clean it in the morning before applying anything, and you have to clean it before you go to sleep. You clean your skin, anything, because, it's been a lot, and you want this to be clean. And another thing, maybe what might work for somebody, if you don't have any kind of things and you do need something fast to relieve the sweat and the odor, you could use apple cider vinegar. Don't be afraid to use it, because the smell, that smell, really not really nice, it will be evaporated once it's dry. So I do hope it works for you, and please do try this. This is a great thing. It works, it smells great, it's natural, and I wish you to stay healthy, and thank you for watching this video. The thumbs up, subscribe to the